Hi, this is Wilson and we're back and we're taking on the Leaf Vodiani, the Lamia Anguine, and the Warfiend Demon. These guys have a stamina in their dungeon. The Anguine has a 1 and the one, I think you can see that. Let's see here. The Anguine has a 1, bit hard to see, and the Warfiend Demon has a 0, but you'll see he has armor plus 3. So 3 plus 1 is my total, which is 4. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with this Vodiani. He has a thing called Greedy 1, which means he will accept 1 card from my hand in order to go away. So I'm going to actually, all the same difference, I'm going to play Combat Training, which does the same thing, but I'm going to remove this character with this card. So, see you later, Vodiani. Here's my last cards that I neglected to discard. Alright, because the cards that you use in play technically don't get, that is the crawler cards, don't get discarded. They stay in play, so I've got them here to my right. Okay, so we need to overcome a 4, and I'm going to do that with a longbow ranged attack. This ranged attack will overcome the thrown supernatural attack of the Warfiend Demon. Okay, so I won't have to worry about his +2 supernatural here in just a moment's time. So let's play this. I can boost it. You can see down here. Oh, hang on, I can't boost it. I don't have the chops to boost it. Okay, that's fine. It's a +2 ranged attack. So we played out the +2, and I need 4. So 2, we'll go Gypsy Thief for 3 and Wood Elf for 4. That enables me to place a wound, and I'm going to place the wound, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I do have myself, 1, 2, 3, 4, interesting, 1, 2, 3, I'm looking at my, my chained armor here, chainmail armor, because if I don't, depends on who I kill here, but I'd love to get rid of her because she has stamina. But if I get rid of her, then the Warfiend can still reach me, even though he doesn't have the throne. He'd have 7, and I'd have 3, 4, 5 to defend, which is not enough. So I got to take out the demon. So I do that. Bam. So I take out the demon. Which is fine because I can defend against the Lamia, but the problem is I'm going to see her again. Okay, well, I guess that's just the way it goes. So I'm going to play my chainmail armor, and it gives me a +4 stamina per attacker. So the Barbarian will defend. By the way, I can do this. You can see that there's a cost of 3. 1 and 2 is 3. And my Barbarian has the ability, she has the highest ability to use 3 equipment cards, equipment cost. So I'm at my maximum here as far as equipment goes, but it fit. So there we go. We successfully, well, there we go. Now we successfully defend against the Linguine, whatever. And she sticks around. So reactivate. Reactivate and reactivate, and that puts us wanting 3 more cards. So there's number 3, regain feet. That's a good one. 4, defend. Oh, I like that. +1 stamina per active ally. 1, 2, 3, 4, and my 5th one. Oh yes, fireball. Bring it on, baby. I got the fireball. Okay, so. It'd be fun if we get a second character in the dungeon, because then we can really see the fireball going. Okay, so the Labyrinth is flipped and comes into play. So there's a time limit of 2. Traps and Minotaurs gain +2 power. So let's get some time tokens on there. Bam, bam. And let's see, you can see those. And then I bet you we're going to bust here. Yes, we do. Ooh, there we go. Good. Good. The young granite dragon. Nasty. Alright. All that area fire damage and armor and so on. Okay. He busts the dungeon, but it's going to be good. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the Labyrinth is inconsequential to the Linguini's attack or defense, so I really don't have to do much. Oh, she drains one from me. Yes, so did I pick first? I picked Regain Feet. So, folks, what this means, and actually she pins me too. Whoa, okay, big oversight there. So she drains and she pins. So drain, first of all, I know that one, means that you take, here, let me zoom out again. Means you take the top crawler card and you discard it. So it's like it's eating away at your life or your time. Now that would have been Regain Feet. So I'm gonna drain Regain Feet. Now that puts me with 4 crawler cards. So I do have to pick one more. So there it is, and it's a long sword, okay. So Regain Feet was better, there you go, such as it is. And she pins me, okay. Let's see if I can get this right the first time. Pin, look at that, I'll open it right at it. So, if this character deals a wound to an adventurer, activate and lock the wounded target. We defended, so she didn't deal a wound, so the pin is inconsequential. That's good. All right. So taking out the Linguini is going to cost me 1. So let's do that. Well, we'll do the Berserker. You tried to pin me. How dare you? Okay. So she attacks, wounds. Bye-bye. The dungeon can't attack. It's got nothing going for it. So we activate. We take a time token off the Labyrinth. We have to draw, I've got 5 cards, but we have to draw a 5th. Or yeah, we have to draw a 6th and then discard 1. I better keep that. I've got great range for the dragon who's coming at me here. So let's just see. Now, mind you, the melee doesn't do... Oh, no, you can hit the dragon with melee. Okay, all right. Well, let's see here. So I would draw a use cover. So reduce the power of a target character that attacks with ranged, thrown, or reach to 0. Well, that's cool because the dragon attacks with thrown and it's an area 2. So I want that. So I'm going to get rid of defend. So goodbye, defend. All right, just well, I hope that was the right thing to do. I mean, I'm anticipating taking out the dragon. All right, so here we go. Here's the push. Dragon comes into play. Now there's no automatic thing, but notice that he's got an area 2 fire attack. So that means the Barbarian Berserker and the Keldornan Cleric are going to have to defend that. The good news is that so far the Labyrinth does nothing to help or benefit the young Granite Dragon. But second of all, the dungeon is at full capacity. So I don't have to add anything. All right. So he's got an armor, you might have seen he's got an armor +1. So he's got the 2 stamina +1 armor, so that's 3 I need to overcome. And he's got thrown. However, so I'd have to defend against 5. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use cover. Probably shouldn't have gotten rid of defend. But that's okay. This time around, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the longsword. So the dragon comes in low for a swoop. Now this won't overcome his thrown, so it's going to give him 5. But I'm going to use this to get a hit on him. So here we go. Longsword. She takes a shot at him and hits him. So he's taken a wound. Now it's his turn. And I am going to play this, the use cover. So I'm going to reduce, he has a thrown attack. So I'm going to reduce the power of a target character that attacks with ranged or thrown in this case, or reach to 0. So I don't think that just means just thrown. I think it means his whole attack. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. So that's it. So he can't do anything to me. And there's more good news. The good news is I'm going to be able to take him out because the dungeon is at a max because of that little time token. So I'm in a good place. Okay, so reset. We didn't defend, strictly speaking, because we didn't have to. Or if I did, it wouldn't matter, you know, defend, back. It's a good question, actually. I think for using cover, I probably did have to activate somebody. Maybe you guys can answer that online. There's my 3 cards. There's my 4th. Ooh, all right. 2 Flaming Furies, very good, and a Fireball. I am a mess of Fury here. And then Primal Environment. Remove target terrain card of your choice from play. All right, well, I'm not removing the Labyrinth, that's for sure. Let's keep it there. Okay, so the dungeon is maxed out. I need to remove this time token. So the Labyrinth is down to its last time, and the dungeon, the encounter limit is already at 5, but you still need to turn over a dungeon card. Now this is going to bust, which means it's going to stay on top, but oh yes, the slime. We'll make this the subject of the whole next video. All right, look at the slime. Look at it. He's got a melee of harm, that's normal, but that he's got immune to harm and supernatural, and he gives poison, and he's unstoppable. So it doesn't matter whether he connects with a hit or not, he's unstoppable. However, lots of flame, which is exactly what the doctor ordered for this little fella. Okay, but we don't see him yet. Let's just put him aside. And this is going to go the same way as last time. In fact, all I need to do is overcome the 2 stamina plus 1 armor for 3. So I'm just going to simply activate 3 characters, 3 adventurers. 2, 3. That puts a 2nd wound on the dragon. He can't take anymore. And there we go. There's my first +3, or my first 3 power character in the grave. On top of which we have won the encounter. This gets discarded as well. Reactivated, reactivated, reactivated. Everyone is good to go. And I need to, I've got 5 cards, but I will draw, you have to draw that 6th. And I got Phase. Yeah, I'm going to keep Phase, and I'm going to get rid of Primal Environment. Okay, that's lots of magic in my hand, so I'll have to be careful about the limit of my magic, and hopefully I don't get enfeebled or something. That would be bad. Okay, so the slime is pushing, and here he comes. So the slime, there's nothing to do right away, but he's there nonetheless. So he adds 2 to the dungeon. Ah, the Conjurer. So he summons 1 animal or creature of a cost of 1 or less. So what that means is you don't go to the grave, you go to the dungeon deck and you look for your first animal or creature. And there it is. It's an orc. Okay, so he summoned this orc. So the orc comes into play. Now I don't have to reshuffle. Normally you'd go through here, you'd find what you need, and then you'd shuffle it back. You'd shuffle back the ones you've looked at, and so you're kind of resetting the dungeon. Now the thing to keep in mind is that although the orc has an encounter power of 1, because he's summoned, he doesn't add that to the dungeon. So that makes things dangerous. What that means is instead of being at 4, 2, 1, 1, we're actually just at 2 and 1. We're only at 3. So more dungeon cards. 4, the Gray Spider. That's going to be problematic. Stealth and Snare. Boy, okay, I'm going to get rid of a Flaming Fury because I've got some. Okay, so there we go. So that's what Snare would have done. Snare would have messed me up. I would have had to activate someone, or I would have had to get rid of, almost like a greedy. So I did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and room for more. 0 for the Vodiani. And 0 for High Ground. Okay, hang on, hang on. Let's see where this is going. And 2 for Rushed, which will bust. Okay, so I finally fit everything into this very interesting dungeon. Here we go. This is something we're going to enjoy. Let's save it for next time and see if I can take out the slime, the orc, and all their friends. Cheers. This is Wilson signing off once again.